The Reds are not in action this weekend, but the news around the club has been non-stop. We will go over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours, which includes the huge £57 million blow the club have received. There is so much to discuss in today's video. So before we get into that, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Liverpool content. But first, Federico Chiesa has made headlines this week with claims he would not be given a Premier League medal if Liverpool win the title. But that is of course nonsense. Chiesa has courted more negative headlines than most during his time at Liverpool so far, including new comments from Italy manager Luciano Spalletti insisting he has failed in England. The 27-year-old would be minded to avoid searching his name too, amid reports from a variety of publications claiming he is at risk of missing out on a Premier League medal. With Liverpool 13 points clear at the top of the table and a maximum of 7 wins away from securing the title, the requirements for players to earn a medal have been laid out. Players who have made 5 or more appearances in the Premier League season are all obliged to a medal. Chiesa has played 3 times in the league so far since his £12.5 million move from Juventus, which has sparked headlines over him not being given one. Firstly, there is every chance Chiesa makes 2 appearances in the remaining 10 games of the campaign, particularly if Liverpool wrap up the title with time to spare. But more importantly, there is no chance Liverpool will deny their number 14 a medal, even if he does not reach that number, with title winners awarded 40 medals for players, staff and officials. Only 21 Liverpool players have made 5 or more appearances in this season's Premier League, while the most prominent members of staff will also be given medals. That includes Arne Slot, Sipke Hulshoff, John Heitinga, Aaron Briggs and Fabian Otte, who all man the dugout on match days. Further staff who are likely to be given medals are the likes of Ruben Peters and Claudio Taffarel, who play a key role in training and wider preparations. Factoring in those players and staff, that would still leave 12 medals spare, with Chiesa almost certain to be given one of those along with third-choice goalkeeper Viteslav Jaros. Chiesa, Jaros and Jadon Danns are the only other players to have featured for Liverpool in the Premier League this season, while falling below that 5-game threshold. It has been pointed out in some quarters, including the Liverpool Echo, that Harvey Elliott did not receive a Premier League medal in 2019-20, having only made 2 appearances along with 9 games as an unused substitute. But Elliott was later given one of Liverpool's remaining allocation of medals, with goalkeeper Andy Lonergan, who only made the bench twice and did not play at all in any competition, also among those to receive one. Clubs are also able to commission further medals outside of the 40, awarded by the Premier League if they see fit. Put simply, any claims that Chiesa will not receive a Premier League medal are simply an attempt to generate controversy and clicks based on arbitrary guidelines. Chiesa has made the matchday squad for 12 league games so far, the fewest of any senior outfield player, but only 5 fewer than Joe Gomez and 6 fewer than Connor Bradley. Elliott has played 10 times in the league, but has only clocked 51 more minutes on the pitch than the Italy winger. Now for the main story, as Liverpool posted a loss before tax of £57 million last season as their Champions League absence and soaring administrative costs took their toll. After a loss of £9 million the previous year, a £38 million drop in media revenue for 2023 to 2024, combined with an increase of a similar amount in general expenses, resulted in the club spending a second season in the red. While commercial revenue rose by £36 million to surpass £300 million for the first time, and matchday income rose by £22 million thanks to the opening of the new Anfield Road stand, staff costs, primarily wages and associated bonuses, increased by £13 million to £386 million. That was in part down to bonuses due for Champions League qualification and a Carabao Cup win last season. The wage bill was eased by the departure of higher earners like Roberto Firmino, Fabinho, Jordan Henderson, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita, and James Milner. However, the acquisition of Alexis McAllister, Dominic Szoboszlai, Wataru Endo, and Ryan Gravenberch for a combined £150 million, and the extension of 11 contracts, plus recruitment and renewals for the women's team, all added to costs. Inflation has taken its toll on finances, with matchday costs increasing by almost 80% in 8 years, and forecast to top 100% by 2027. Utility bills more than doubling in 3 years, and administrative expenses increasing by 88% from £320 million to £600 million since 2018. Nevertheless, Chief Finance Officer Jenny Beecham said the club would maintain
investment opportunities in our operations, infrastructure and players. Operating a financially sustainable club continues to be our priority, and with the continued increase in costs, it's essential to grow income streams year on year to maintain financial stability, she said. The success of our commercial operations, together with the opening of the new Anfield Road stand, has increased our revenues during this reporting period, which demonstrates our desire to continue to compete at the highest levels of football in the men's and women's game. We will continue to operate in accordance with football's financial rules and regulations, while maintaining investment opportunities in our operations, infrastructure and players. On a positive note, bank debt decreased by £10 million to £116 million, while the return of Champions League revenues, finishing top of the group stage, is believed to have been worth at least £83.8 million, with a further £47 million to play for, plus potential Premier League success. And a fully operational Anfield Road will provide an important boost to finances, which is likely to push the club towards a healthier financial position. Finally, Luis Suarez has told former Uruguay teammate and Liverpool successor Darwin Núñez to always trust in yourself after more criticism of his performances. Núñez has come in for criticism of late, not only for a glaring miss in Liverpool's 2-2 draw with Aston Villa, but also his work rate in that game and the 2-1 win over Wolves. Arne Slot himself expressed his frustrations at the number 9's lack of application, saying, "I can't accept if a player doesn't give everything." The message seemed to go through as Núñez was back to the usual Darwin, in Slot's words, when he came off the bench in Wednesday's 2-0 win over Newcastle. After that victory, the striker showed his commitment to the club with a post on Instagram captioned, "You'll never walk alone," to which Suarez responded, "Scorer, always trusting in yourself and those who count on you always. The others who don't know you, just follow," Suarez wrote. "We already know how this is. Big hug, always positive." This is not the first time Suarez has publicly backed Núñez, having become something of a mentor for the 25-year-old during their time together with Uruguay. "Off the field, we have a very good bond. I always follow him because Luis is an idol for me, and he also advises me a lot," Núñez explained in May. For example, the time the headbutt thing happened, Luis was the first to write to me. "You idiot, don't do that. Another idiot is talking to you, and he's done it 1,000 times, he told me. With Luis, we created a very nice bond." In an interview with the Football Se Habla Así in October, Suarez recalled how Uruguay manager Marcelo Bielsa left Núñez in tears at halftime during a 2-0 win over Argentina in 2023, which left the veteran striker furious. "For me, Darwin needs affection, to be supported, and a containment, not other things," he explained. "I ran into the coach in the hallway and he told me, we are not helping him with those things. I was taken aback and I told him that I had to support him. After the victory, Bielsa greeted me and said, 'Do you know what happens if I don't talk to him like that?' You saw what he ran in the second half. And I told him my part was to contain him." But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool videos. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.